Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV and now we are on YouTube. I'm Sonal, Mehrotra, Kapoor, and every morning I take you through the top stories. But today, if there is really one story that has captured everybody's imagination, if you're on the road, if you're protesting, if you're a student, if you are just somebody who's going about your day-to-day life, you will be impacted, and this is why. There are simultaneous protests that have broken out in several parts of the country as we speak. To stop those protests, Section 144 has now been imposed by police in different states, in all these states. Some are being detained, others being arrested, some protests even getting a little violent. At the moment, we know that in Delhi, several services, whether it's metro, phone, or even airlines, have been impacted. Let's talk about Delhi first and I'll go out to other areas as well. In the national capital, at least 15 metro stations at this point have been shut down. This because they don't want more people coming in and joining these protests. They have also now, fresh flash coming in, that Airtel has now come out to say that voice SMS data will be suspended in certain Delhi areas according to the instructions of the government authorities. So they have cut down on these services to ensure that, again, to maintain law and order. That's what Delhi is saying. These are the pictures as we speak. People on the roads saying this is not my India, hum Bharat ke log hain, and pictures like these are being seen across the country. Some eminent people also being arrested. Look at this, Ram Guha. He went to Karnataka. In fact, in Karnataka, he went to Bengaluru to protest with a picture of Gandhi in hand and saying and talking about the constitution of the country, and he was arrested. In the national capital, Yogendra Yadav, earlier a psephologist, now a political party leader of Swaraj India, also detained by Delhi police. At the moment, situation is fast developing in areas like the Red Fort, where at least 15 buses full of people have been detained and taken away. But there is a very clear demarcation and the sort of divide of protests, difference in protests that we are seeing today versus what happened on Sunday in Okhla or in Jamia. Today we saw protesters quietly protesting there. When police came in to detain them, they made a row and they went up to the buses. We've been getting live reports from our colleagues who are on the ground at Red Fort, who continue to bring us voices on the ground of people saying that, well, I have just come out. I'm not from a political party. I'm not here on an agenda. I'm not a critique. I'm just here because this is not my idea of India. And if the police will not allow me to protest, I will happily go and sit behind bars as well. This, at the moment, what we are seeing today is the single largest resistance of any of Modi government's policies we have seen thus far. This is one protest which has brought together civil rights groups. It has brought together political parties, student unions, and then just ordinary people who are coming out and say the Citizenship Amendment Act is just not on. Today is a day when simultaneous protests are happening in multiple cities. In several of these cities, like I said, the big question at this point is, why is police not letting them protest? All these protesters, none of them have gone violent so far, I can say this. None of them have taken law into their own hands. They are peaceful, either sit-down protest or marches that people are carrying out. And the question that they're raising is, why are the police in the country not letting them protest, not letting them exercise their democratic rights? Coming back to Delhi, here the impact was felt first in the morning at around 10 o'clock or so, when the borders of the national capital were shut down. There are two, the Delhi is a landlocked state. On one side, there is Noida and UP. On the other side, it's Gurgaon and Haryana. And on both these areas, we saw police enforce Section 144 and tell people not to step out. There has been massive traffic jam coming all over. In fact, in Gurugram, it's even worse. There are two routes that connect Delhi to Gurugram. One is NH8, that is a highway. The other one is the MG road. Both those routes are shut and traffic being allowed very, very slowly. We are getting reports and callers. People have been calling us and tweeting to me and talking to NDTV about the fact that they've been stuck in traffic jams for over 2 hours. Our colleagues here in the newsroom have not managed to reach as they're still stuck in there. That means it's not just people who were going to offices, it also means that schools have been shut. Some of them now advising parents to come in and pick up their kids early. These parents are finding it really hard on what to do. Apart from that, those who are trying from Gurgaon to reach to the airport, or even if from Delhi you take that U-turn and you go to the airport, you're not being allowed to do so. People are missing their flights. I just want to take you through some live updates over there. We at least have one response at the moment from Vistara, and let's just take you through that, saying that due to heavy traffic congestion on Delhi-Gurgaon highway, customers who will miss their flight due to this will be accommodated on the next Vistara flight with no extra fee, also offering free cancellations, etc. We also had people there, Sanjeev Kapoor there, talking about those who have booked out of Delhi. We're offering free cancellations and talking about how their own cabin crew have not managed to reach. This is the picture he tweeted. Let me just go full frame on this for you to get. This is what NH8 looked like at 10 o'clock in the morning. That entire road, and this is a 14-15 lane highway. This entire route that you see barricaded by Delhi police, allowing one vehicle at a time, leading to massive traffic jams. As a result, now even the corporates are asking the companies, they're asking professionals to work from home, not to come to office. But those who have been stuck in jam are going to face the worst of it. It is because of these videos like these that now they are saying that they're having a tough time. Also, they're talking about their own cabin crew not being able to reach. So it's not just Vistara, several other flights have been impacted. Let's talk about the metro, which has seen, which is the lifeline of Delhi and has seen the maximum impact. Like I said, 15 metro stations at the moment have been stuck. And a quick update for you, if you're on the street right now and you don't know how to go about it or how to reach your home and how to reach your near and dear one, if metro is what you want, then the DMRC website has been really active. Their Twitter handle has been very active, so you can definitely go to it. It's a verified account. And come, let's see what's happening over here. They talk about, let me open this latest thread for you. It talks about a security update. If you open this thread, they will list out for you all those metro stations which have been shut. It talks about Vasant Vihar, Mandi House, intersection facility at the Mandi House as well. It also talks about, let me go back and show you the thread. Exit gates at Central Secretariat have been shut. Interchange facility is available at that station. Entry-exit gate at Patel Chowk, Lok Kalyan Marg, Udyog Bhavan, ITO, Pragati Maidan, Khan Market, all closed right now. Trains will be halting at these stations, they say, but we don't know how people will be getting in or getting out at the moment. Entry-exit gates at Lal Killa, Jama Masjid, Chandni Chowk, all of Vishwavidyalaya as well, all of that shut down. So what really is happening at the moment, and this is the website, this is the Twitter handle, the official DMRC Twitter handle. You can go to them, and they've been very quick all morning and very helpful in trying to update people on how they're going about it. So basically, on the streets there is tension. There are protests, multiple ones being called. In Delhi alone, there are two massive protests which have become the centerpiece of attention. One is the one which is going from Red Fort all the way to Shaheed Park, and the other one going from Mandi House, and people are marching there. Now, police tried to go there, tried to stop them peacefully, take them in buses and take them to Bhavana or some place where we've seen earlier in a massive stadium, they just fill in people. That's happening at the moment, but no violence. I again want to underline, no violence has been reported so far. So if you are planning to step out, at least in the capital, please think about it. It's advisable to be indoors. At the moment, telephone seems to be affected. At the moment, metro has been affected. If you are going from Delhi to Gurgaon, you will see traffic over there. There are traffic advisories in the national capital as well because of these protests that have been planned out. And all this is happening. All this is happening because of the Citizenship Amendment Act. There has been massive resistance by, like I said, by now just ordinary people on the ground saying this is not what we stand for. Is anybody listening to that? What will be the response of the government, the Modi government over all of this? Will there be a revision in this policy? We don't know. We haven't got a response from them just yet. At the moment, we only see police forces and police in all states across the country where protests are happening at the point, resisting these protests and asking people not to do so, but people continue to pour out on the streets. That's it from me for the moment. Stay tuned to NDTV.com, our YouTube channel, and also NDTV 24/7 and NDTV India for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.